Hello and welcome to What's Came In. Today I'm going to mention top 5 new action games to try out this November. Starting with number 1, we got Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is a single-player action roguelike bullet hell survival game developed and published by Poncle. It was released on 20th October on Microsoft Windows via Steam, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Android, Linux, and Mac operating systems. The player selects one of multiple characters with different starting weapons and bonuses, and controls them on an endless stage with an auto-generated repeating layout. The player's weapons attack automatically, and the goal is to survive as long as possible against constant waves of monsters that inflict damage when they come in contact with the player. Defeating monsters and exploring the stage allows the player to collect experience gems, which are used to level up flow chickens, which restores the player's health and other helpful items. Each level increase provides the player the choice of 3 or 4 weapons and passive power-ups. Once the player has collected 6 weapons and 6 power-ups and upgraded them all fully, any further levels they gain offer only gold coins or floor chicken. Another way to upgrade weapons and power-ups is to open chests, which are dropped by particular powerful monsters and may contain 1, 3 or 5 random items. Most weapons have an ultimate form that can be attained by opening a chest after fully upgrading them and meeting other specific conditions. Sessions of Vampire Survivors have a soft time limit of 15 or 30 minutes depending on the stage chosen. At the time limit, the stage is cleared of all enemies and a final tremendously strong enemy named Death will spawn. One additional death will appear every consecutive minute, thereby to ensure the player's eventual demise. A session that reaches or exceeds the stage's time limit is considered a successful completion and rewards bonus gold coins. In between sessions, accumulated gold coins can be spent to unlock new characters and persistent power-ups. Additionally, by completing challenges, the player can also unlock new stages, weapons, and characters. On number 2, we got Soulstone Survivors. SOULSTONE Survivors is another action roguelike bullet hell survival game developed and published by Gamesmithing Limited. It was released on 7th November 2022 on Microsoft Windows via Steam, Android, Mac operating systems, and Linux. In Soulstone Survivors, you slay hordes of monsters and face titanic bosses while learning powerful skills to enhance your character. You play as a void hunter, and with the proceeds of every match, craft weapons, unlock new characters, upgrade your skill tree, and equip new runes, all in your quest for godlike powers. With deep RPG mechanics intertwined with roguelite elements, Soulstone Survivors offers a condensed yet deep action RPG experience where you explore almost 150 unique active skills, unlock and play with 14 characters with many more to come, experiment with hundreds of passive skills and runes to customize your characters, progress through the skill tree with your soul stones, face and defeat powerful bosses, choose curses that increase your challenge in interesting ways, overcome extreme challenges to craft legendary weapons, complete dozens of achievements, and unlock new powers. Next on number 3, we got Bendy and the Dark Revival. Bendy and the Dark Revival is a single-player first-person survival horror game developed and published by Joey Drew Studios. It was released on 15th November 2022 on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows via Steam. Bendy and the Dark Revival is the much anticipated sequel to Bendy and the Ink Machine. You play as Audrey as she explores the depths of a curiously creepy animation studio that's gone completely insane. Combat ink-tainted enemies, solve puzzles, and evade the ever-lurking ink demon while seeking your way back to the real world. You never know who or what is going to be around the next corner in this deteriorated realm of shadows and ink. Next on number 4, we got SIEVERT. SIEVERT is a tense top-down extraction shooter survival game developed by Cabo Studio and published by Modern Wolf. It was released on 15th November 2022 on Microsoft Windows via Steam. SIEVERT challenge you to scavenge a procedurally generated wasteland, loot gear, and explore what's left of a devastated world. The game sets in an atmospheric, fictitious, post-apocalyptic Eastern Europe setting. Your base of operations, the bunker, is filled with traders, modding stations, and areas to make your own, providing you with progression across your expedition into the wild. Once you're out in the wilds of the wasteland, the situation becomes a lot less secure. Across the 5 biomes of the game, you will initially be armed with little more than a gun and a bottle of water. After which point, it's up to you to recover items, take out bandits, and most importantly, get back alive. Procedurally generated maps make every journey to the forest, mall, or makeshift camp different, with ever-changing hiding spots, loot locations, and layouts. Adapt and learn the secrets of each map to get in, get out, and get better. Hunt in a way that suits your playstyle, with over 30 unique guns and 150 mods that can be combined to make you the biggest threat in the wastes of Zero SIEVERT. Create a weapon that suits your playstyle or focus on stats to become the ultimate hunter. Multiple quest lines guide you through the world of Zero SIEVERT. Through talking with a range of characters, you will slowly unravel information and lore about the world that's been left behind. Alongside this, there are more than 100 different items to loot which can be used to craft new items, upgrade your own base, and trade. Finally, on number 5 we got Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers is a single-player open-world action-adventure game developed by Sonic Team and published by Sega. It was released on 8th November on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows via Steam. The player, as Sonic, explores the Starfall Islands, which consists of various biomes including flowery fields, forests, ancient ruins, and deserts. He runs at high speeds, collects rings, grinds on rails, and homes in on enemies to attack. New abilities include combat attacks, running alongside walls, and using the Psy Loop to create a circle of light around objects and interact with them. The player battles robots throughout the islands, all in various forms. Sonic can dodge and parry attacks and use the Psy Loop to make enemies easier to strike. Defeating enemies grants the player experience points that allow them to purchase additional moves and abilities in combat and the open world. Alongside regular small enemies, the player battles large guardian bosses. Defeating a guardian rewards the player with portal gears that, when placed in a portal, allows them to enter cyberspace, which are short linear levels similar to those from previous Sonic games. Each of the 30 cyberspace levels, which shift between third-person and side-scrolling perspectives, contain 3 optional objectives, including time attack, collecting rings, and collecting 5 red rings. Completing each objective rewards player with a key required to collect a Chaos Emerald. Collecting all 7 Chaos Emeralds allows the player to transform into Super Sonic, who is required to defeat the game's major bosses, the Titans. The main quest takes 20 to 30 hours to finish, while finding all collectibles, exploring all parts of the islands, and completing all side stories takes as much as 60 hours. So that was my top 5 recommendations of action-based games to try out this November. Let me know if you found this helpful and interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon to stay updated to my new videos. Also do mention in the comments your recommendations as well. I will come back soon with more content.